Hey guys, today I'll be introducing you to my Vaal and regular summon skeleton build. This isn't standard, but I'll include a POB for currently. The main mechanics behind the build right now are the new Dark Monarch helmet, which is very powerful. It allows us to get 22 regular skeletons. And as you'll see with my Vault Pocket, I can easily get 50 Vault. And if I am in a map, I'll get enough fast charges to spam it again. And that can go up to 100, because it can go twice, because the limit is also increased by Dark Monarch. But it does not go up to maximum with one cast, it needs two. Besides that, I'm using Soul Reaper to also get some Vaal Souls, and I'm using a 11 link setup. This is just what I managed to craft with a sword I got for cheap. You can get much better. You don't exactly need that either. You can skimp on some mods. Melee Splash does help a lot with clear, makes it much better. I do like that mod. Gloves, the suffix for focus is dead. I'm not using it. These were for another minion build, but they're good enough for now. Boots, also from an old build, a Spectre build. This is not ideal. I'd probably want to recraft with modern bases and with Eldritch Implicits. Bone melding is huge. As you can see, I can get up to 9.6k energy shield versus if I unsocket skeletons, 7.4. So that's a massive difference. It does reduce my res, so I have a lot of overcap. Yeah, as you can see, I still have some left for curses and stuff. Chest, just a regular old energy shield evasion chest with some suppress. My ring is just, by the way, you don't want the res on the suffix, that's useless on this build. You just want the movement speed, attack speed, and damage. Flasks, they're legacy, but in the current version POB, I'll include the new worse flasks. And for the jewels, I'm utilizing adorned with a bunch of different added melee fizz jewels with different stuff. Also some reservation and curse. A couple of those. I'm using From Dust to make this much easier to cast. The cooldown isn't a problem. I don't want to cast it frequently. I just want it to cast more minions. As you can see, cast a bunch. More attack speed, energy shields. You need a lot of res. That's an important part of counterbalancing bone melt. Outside of that, my jewels are Feasting Fiends, Rotten Claws, all of them. And my Legacy Adorned, as I said, the other version includes the normal one, Maxwell normal one. So I'm using Prolonged Certitude. This is huge. As you'll see in the demo, my minions often die instantly, but this will make sure they keep up for a bit. You're constantly casting, so because you want to have maximum energy shield, so it's very useful. I really like this. It's kind of mandatory. I'm using Trickster for a lot of defenses. This build can tank a lot, as you'll see, a lot of very heavy hits without sweating much. It has almost cap suppress with Lucky, Heartstopper, and Spellbreaker is huge. I got a bunch of recharge rates. I also am using Wicked Ward so it doesn't stop. I am not much else to say. I got Runecraft of Soulwick. This is to generate some Vaal souls while I'm standing still and before over bosses and such. In my demo, I forgot to actually wait for this, so you'll see I only got the Vaal halfway through the fight, so I was doing 40 million for most of the fight, and then I got that buff, and it went up to around 80, something like that. Smurfing effect, regen, maximum number, that's nice. This is for some RES because Hamlet gives us plenty. It's near max roll. Yeah, that's about it. Oh, those stats is also very nice as I have right around 20k evasion I think in maps when I get recharge rate going because this increases by 100. Since I get recharge rate when I suppress, that's permanently on, so that's a permanent increase. Some shroud, as I said before, not much else.